What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pits Podcast. Chai, it feels like it's been a really long time since I've come in with the intro like that because it really has, child. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. We are here to offer our opinions on pop culture, keep it real about what's going on our own personal journeys, no matter how messy, nobody's safe over here, okay? Forever and always, we always try to remain true to ourselves. With that being said, this is a safe environment for you, but not your mess, including our own. But it's no mess over here, though. So let's get into it. It is your boy, Jay.
Oh, is it on
me? Your names? What's your names?
Wait, Kim is after me. Ain't you before me, Ashley?
Welcome to the Pitch Podcast. It is your boy, Jay.
It's your girl, KD, the great.
It's your boy, Q.
And this is
AKA. Oh, damn, I couldn't even do my AKA. I'm recording.
What's your AKA? Run it back. Go ahead, Jay. Let's run it back. We do bloopers.
Okay. One more time for the people in the back, meaning the people in the front on the screens. It is the Pitch Podcast, and it is your boy, Jay.
It's your girl, KD, the great.
It's your boy, Q, AKA Hillary Clinton Kidney Hits.
Okay, this is your girl, Miss Phoenix, No Jean Gray. Let's roll right into it to the shout outs. Shout out to Neil on IG. His name is Professor X_CJ. We appreciate you, boo. We love the likes. We love the comments. We love the interaction. Shout out to all of the birthdays in May. Happy birthday to the
birthday,
including our very own Jay and Miss Erica Kane, who could not be here today, but we want to wish you guys a very special happy birthday. Turn up. This is water, but turn up. Your girl will drink to that.
It's vodka, but thank you, girl. Thank you.
It's vodka.
And honey,
blessings have been running over, honey. Mm-hmm. And I have been wanting to speak about a lot of things because you just like to wait until the things have happened.
Yes, Terry.
And if y'all follow me on IG, y'all know that the things have occurred. So thank you. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. Thank y'all for the congratulations. I really appreciate it. Love you. And yes, girl, happy birthday to our sis, Miss E. Kane, honey. Yes. Down there doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done.
And absolutely. And to all who you got it. Okay. And to all who tune into the podcast, we really appreciate you guys. We would like you guys to continue to like, subscribe, and just participate, guys. We love feedback. We love for you guys to give us any type of feedback, positive feedback, negative feedback. We are with the shits, as you guys heard in the introduction. Like, we love to hear what you guys would like to hear about and your questions, concerns, and comments. So, with that being said, not mutes.
Get into it. Let's get into it. So, let's go ahead with this right here. How y'all doing?
What's up, Kim? We're doing good, girl.
How are you?
I'm lovely. I'm just enjoying life.
You look blessed.
I'm enjoying life.
You look blessed.
Look highly favored, honey.
Highly favored.
The lights behind make me feel like I'm talking to an angel, honey. Thank you.
Well, I'm good over here, off the heels of a birthday, which those seem to be like, birthdays. Whatever. But this year was something different because there was a lot going on within the same month. Like our anniversary, closing on our house, moving in our house, things, decorating. It's just been a lot. It's been a very busy, blessed May. I'm not mad at it, honey. Gemini season is here and present. Okay? Honey, they always love to hate us, honey, but there's always one of us in everybody's group. Why?
Or two.
Or two.
Yeah. 1 or 2.
Oh, sounds like hate. Sounds like hate. Really send an invite, bunny.
What are y'all? Are y'all fire signs? What are y'all?
Well, I'm a
Stay hot
Sagittarius.
and ready.
I mean, like fire, water, air. Like what signs?
They little Caesars, hot and ready.
Oh, they fire signs.
I think that's what they are, though.
How are you, Miss Phoenix?
Well, I'm well. I'm doing a lot of studying, and I have a teenager in the home now, so that's very different. I've been cooking and cleaning after a 13-year-old. His mom can come back and get him, but I love him to death.
Giving Marlo teas for me. Yes, Marlo, girl.
Did she do it?
Yes. Q, what's going on? You're looking so well shined and greased and
Wait, doesn't he have
moisturized.
a halo over there? Give me
I
your
don't know.
secret.
Just feeling real good, you know. But other than that, I've been working. Like I was telling y'all earlier, I don't know.
Starting with the audience.
I don't know what's going on. But I like it though. Maybe it's the weather.
It's not, but okay.
We don't blame it on the weather. I'm with you, Q. It's the weather.
Yeah, it's the weather. It's
We
the
can blame
weather.
it on it if you want.
All that rain. So it's the rain. It's the rain y'all been getting. It's
Yeah.
washing away the old and bringing in the renew.
Amen.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. It's the
Your
weather.
blessing, highly favored over here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Plant those seeds, honey. Let those roots dig through the
Yes.
soil.
Got a little scrub.
Yes, indeed, honey.
Yes, honey. Grow. Okay. Let's move right on in to the mess of the week or the last 2 weeks, however long it's been since we have actually been on here and recorded. Let's just get on off into the mess. Q, bring us in. What is on the list? Who has been acting a fool out here in these motherfucking streets?
Okay, first we're gonna get some positive things off the list. I want to start with Howard University because they named their College of Fine Arts after Chadwick Boseman, alumni Chadwick Boseman. So that was a great thing. Also, Black Panther 2. I wanted to ask y'all what y'all think about that. Like, what y'all think that's gonna be like?
I think. Go ahead, Katie.
Because I know I was hearing like in works of, I guess, his sister or someone supposed to be coming in.
Here's the thing. Here's the tea. The people that are upset about the situation aren't familiar with the comics, and that's okay. That's fine. They're only familiar with what Marvel has given us thus far. The thing is, I think it's going to move in the direction that it needs to move in.
Yes.
Chadwick does not have to be Black Panther. As we saw in the first movie, whoever earns the right and dons the cat suit is Black Panther. So I think they'll probably do something very respectful for his passing on. It will be bomb for Shuri to be Black Panther. That would be so fire. Because I think that is a story arc in the actual situation. That would be so fire. I think they'll handle it respectfully. And then also people are like, that's our first Black man. These things may be true, but also Black Panther doesn't have to be a man. No one had ever said that, and it was never written that way in the comics.
Right.
And he doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be male. That is not, you missed something, and I got what it meant to us as a community, but now you putting your own stank on it, adjacent from the comic. Has Marvel let y'all down? Yeah, y'all people that are fans of Marvel, let them people over there spend their millions and millions and millions of dollars to do what they do, and then we can judge it when they come out. But I think they're gonna do the right thing.
Okay, KD.
Like Spike Lee.
Yeah, I'm with Jay wholeheartedly.
All right, Miss Phoenix. Miss.
I'm getting it together over here, I promise. But I want to say something that's like not even dealing with Black Panther. shout out to Chad. Rest in peace to him. Amazing man. I mean, we all know his story, and we all know how media kind of judged him, his decline physical wise. However, with his mentality and his pursuit to give the very best in the time that he was allotted here on this earth, like it's kudos to him. Like that's a goal of mine, to strive to be the very best I could be in this lifetime. So kudos to Chad, and rest in peace.
Right.
Man.
All right.
Speaking of Howard, didn't Howard do something else that was real bomb involving
Rashad? What did Felicia Rashad become?
Dean, honey.
The dean.
Dean.
Okay, the dean of
what is it? Arts and
that's okay. I'm gonna Google
that right there.
I'm gonna Google because I know I was cheering for a while.
Yeah, okay. I had posted it.
Howard has been doing some really great historical things.
As of late.
As of late, because after that scandal they had with Mr. Mann's taking money, taking scholarship money, financial aid money, and skipping around Instagram and all these high fashion clothes and stuff, and nobody caught this shit.
High fashion, like
it's about time that somebody.
But they pulling it together.
Wrote this shit on in.
They pulling it together. That's all that matters. What's next? What else is going on?
All right, so let's move right along. Another good topic. Happy birthday. I forgot to say this during birthday shout outs, but happy birthday to Lauryn Hill. And I was just real quick.
And Pam Grier and Octavia Spencer all born on the same day.
Yes, and
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gemini.
Happy birthday.
What was the season?
Gemini season.
Don't get up yourself.
I looked y'all up and I saw that y'all are actually air signs, and I'm an air sign. I'm an Aquarius, so we both air signs. So I see now. Peace of mind. That's my favorite. Lauryn Hill.
I gotta find me a piece of man.
That's my favorite Lauryn Hill song, and that's my favorite MTV Unplugged to watch. What are y'all favorite? Like, what's a favorite Lauryn Hill cut?
Hold on, let me see.
Lauryn Hill.
I want to know too.
Lauryn Hill, movies or songs?
Songs. What's your favorite Lauryn Hill cut?
The one. Lost Ones. You may win some, but you just lost one.
Yeah.
If you hear her lyrics, Lauryn Hill to me was a lyricist. So
she most definitely was. I give that to her now.
You have to get her lyrics. She has a very talented voice. There's no denial on that. But if you hear the lyrics in her song, like Lauryn was always speaking some real stuff. So I adore her for that.
Yeah.
And I'm a fire sign, to answer your question.
Oh, okay. So I get that relationship now.
Whatever. Yeah. I can't wait till you get to the pit.
Hey.
So, KD, what's your favorite Lauryn Hill song?
X Factor.
Yes. Her skin looks so good in that video.
Nothing Even Matters.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, the whole Miseducation, baby.
You're right.
It was it for me.
For me, I think it was I Used to Love Him with Mary J. Blige. Something about them two on their song talking about that dirty nigga. Like, I was just like, ooh, I feel it. And their voices sound so good together. What else a good track? I Used to Love Him. That's a good track. What about
I have one more about Lauryn Hill too.
What's up?
Doo-wop.
Oh yeah, doo-wop, that thing.
It showed her vocals that, boy, you know you better watch out. Yes,
The
your
thing
girl
is, I
thinks
would
she's getting
love to
seen
see
because of
Miss
that song.
Lauren live, child, but I'm gonna have to be in a space in my life where I have time and opportunity to just wait around in the line. Because right now, with the way my schedule works, honey, if the show starts at 8,
She
I'll
coming 3 hours later, honey.
I'll give you 9 o'clock, honey, because I have been to a couple of Beyonce shows, honey, and Mama was a little
Honey.
late, but the show she gave though was well worth the time.
First.
It's worth it, but you gonna wait.
But one day,
You will wait.
honey, I want to see Miss Lauren live, honey. I don't care if
I would
she
love
do
to.
a little scoopity boop boop boop. I don't care. I want to see.
Mhm. Guitar and all. I want to hear all of it. The acoustic live, the
That's
vocal
right.
live,
No
all of it.
matter how late it take her to get her chakras together.
Okay, girl. Whatever it takes.
Yes.
And she won't move into the angel stick.
Whatever it takes, girl.
We
Honey.
love you, Lauren. Moving on, Lil Nas X performed on SNL. Did y'all see this?
Yes.
I didn't catch the performance, but I got the news about it.
Yeah, I saw a clip. I saw the clip of him splitting his pants, but he kept going through the routine. You know, he kept
Like
it going
he should.
on live TV. Yeah.
I mean, SpongeBob did it and they gave him millions of dollars for it. He made a whole song about it. I split my pants. Y'all know that song about SpongeBob. You know what I mean? So if SpongeBob did it and we gave him money for it, Nas can do it too. So kudos to Nas X.
I don't know how that.
She did say she got a. She did say she got a teenager in the house.
She did. She did.
I mean, all I'm gonna say, and I can say this because I'm a part of the community, honey. I lived for all the faggotry on the script. I was like, yes, for all the faggotry on the TV. Yes. He's giving choreo. He's giving slight vocal. He's giving a performance. He's giving quality performance, all while basically laughing at you hoes that are still mad.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't they
mad? They still mad.
Laughing at you hoes that are still mad.
They are still big mad. And they need to get over themselves. Like, get over yourself.
I live. And he's only like 21, child. Like,
he's a baby.
Give that baby some room to grow.
That part, he's a baby.
Jesus Christ, honey.
I love to hear a bunch of adults talk about a baby.
All right, so moving on over to the East Coast, we got to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, do y'all watch Real Housewives of Potomac? Are y'all familiar with the franchise?
I'm familiar with it.
Okay.
But I love hot gossip.
I watch, and all I gotta say is Candace.
Right. The trailer dropped about what, 2 days ago, I believe.
Right.
Yeah. And we saw that, well, starting first, the first, Nigerian housewife, Wendy Osefo. We saw her and her husband having a little marriage crisis of him saying that, he wasn't being fulfilled. He wasn't happy. We saw something go down between Wendy and Giselle. And speaking of Giselle is still crying over, I would say community dick, but since
is Jamal coming? That's all we want to know.
Nah. We already know.
That's all we want to know. I mean, I must say, Wendy, I didn't know if Wendy was going to come back and how she was going to be. Wendy watched herself on TV and went and got her makeup together. Wendy got them wigs together. Wendy dropped about 15 pounds and said,
Wendy was good.
This is a money grab, and I'm finna come and let you hoes have it. But also, what y'all not to do is talk about my husband. Because I believe Wendy could probably fight. Even though I know she wouldn't do that because of her education and all those things, I believe she would run Giselle's ass in the ground.
She'll fight for her husband.
She'll fight for her man.
Allegedly in the streets of Potomac, her husband has stepped out. He's cheating, and allegedly he has an outside child.
Oh wow!
So
being a minister calls that exercise an option. So
where can you watch this? Where can you watch this at?
On Bravo.
The first episode will probably be on YouTube for free because that's how they do it now.
Right.
I have to go to YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, he might be cheating. It could be a storyline because they said the same thing about Michael and Ashley when Ashley first got on the show. Like, oh, Michael is cheating, and I'm looking at Michael like, girl, with who, girl?
Oh well,
we know it was me, and so work. But I don't know about Wendy's husband. Like, I don't know because they're both like actually Nigerian, and I don't know nearly enough about African customs. They might not have the same regard on American customs when it comes to like cheating and stepping outside of your marriage and stuff like that. They might not live by those same values.
Right.
They don't.
So Bravo may be blowing it up, and Wendy just might be like, well, girl, yeah. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
That damn Candace in another semi-physical altercation with somebody else, the new girl Mia Thornton, who looks sickening, by the way. I want to know I want to know what's the crying scene is going to be like this season, girl. I want to know how many PTSD notes she's going to have to write on her windows, girl, where she can't eat lettuce no more because that girl threw lettuce at her.
No.
I want to know, is she scared of salads?
She did the lettuce at her.
Girl, I want to know, is it the romaine or is it the iceberg that keeps you up with night terrors?
Honestly, that salad looked a little heavy, so I think it was romaine.
Wait a minute. Not the spring mix got away at night.
You know what? Honestly, it might have been spinach because that salad looked a little heavy and very green.
She looked heavy and green. There was a little purple, honey. It might have been spring mix.
Yes, it was definitely spring mix.
It was spring mix.
Definitely.
My thing is, Candace is one of those girls. And for y'all who don't know, Candace was the one who was in a physical altercation with Monique Samuels last season. Monique came to the reunion, read them off, fulfilled, had her binder, and then quit the show. Because it was fucking with her family and whatnot. And her man got money, they got money, so she didn't feel like she really needed the show.
Oh, okay.
So they got a new girl to replace her, and that new girl is in a physical altercation or semi-physical altercation with Candace. And the thing about Candace is she liked to talk. She liked to talk a lot, and she liked to talk loud, and she's one of those people that talks with like hand gestures and things of that nature, but then also plays the victim when things get out of her control. So when somebody goes over what she has dished out, now I'm so small and I'm so tiny and, you know, I'm just so sweet and I'm, you know, Miss America this and that. And then she is the victim all of a sudden. And my thing is,
I'm gonna keep that same energy.
Everybody saw how that shit worked out last season, girl. Everybody is not going to be with the shits with you.
Right.
Some people are just going to want to smack the fuck out of you, sis. And you keep telling us that you have learned. She keep telling us, yeah, I do got a mouth on me. Okay, so what that means, girl, I know it's Potomac. Girl, it's Miss DMV, girl. You cannot be messing with any and everybody. Everybody is not from where you are from, girl. Some of them DMV girls, those Baltimore and DC girls, are just gonna smack the shit out of you.
And call it a day.
And call it a day. Honestly, I hate to say like I want to see the violence, but girl, Monique did get Monique got a 1. Somebody need a 1, 2, 3.
You're right.
And Chris too, because I feel like Chris be boosting her up. Chris probably need a little 1, 2. Even though I like Chris and Chris is fine. Her husband is white, maybe, you know. She's one of those girls. But
never mind. I got nothing to say because
I want to hear it.
Me too.
I was just gonna be quiet.
If I'm gonna marry white, it's gonna be rich white, you know?
Right.
Very rich.
Like I can see Q, y'all, no lie.
It's gonna be
Lisa Vanderpump husband died. I can see Q sliding in her DMs and marrying Lisa Vanderpump.
It's gonna be rich, very rich white. Because if I'm gonna do white, I'm not gonna do poor white, okay?
I mean, no one does poor black, so please do rich white.
Oh.
I ain't double standard much. Very rich. You heard it here first.
I can see Lisa in there swinging from the chandelier and talking about her main bingo husband, girl. And little do we know it's cute.
Oh, what?
I mean,
How much Lisa worth?
Enough.
Honey, you know I love Googling some net worth.
I mean,
What's
speaking
Lisa's
of
last
Lisa
name?
Vanderpump and those girls over there in Beverly Hills, something else that caught my eyes. There is a new girl in Beverly Hills. I believe her name is Christina, maybe. She is apparently the first. Well, there's been some controversy. I think, Bravo misspoke and named her the first Asian American on the franchise, but forgot about Lisa Wu from season 1 of Atlanta,
right?
Who is obviously Blasian.
Mm-hmm.
So she's this new girl is playing that route, honey. And from the episodes I've seen, she's finna really give the girls hell, because we thought Garcelle. I think it's a little bit of both of them this season, giving the girls hell on racism. There was one scene where this new girl was talking to Sutton, who's like a Southern, Belle type lady. She got rich through her divorce, things of that nature, real Southern girl. And they were having a conversation, and the girl was like, let's talk about it. Like, let's talk about these racial stereotypes. People have said things to me out of pocket because I'm Chinese, the things. And someone was like, I'm not talking about this right now. People have stereotypes against me too. Excuse me. I'm a Southern white woman, and when I see rednecks on TV, that's supposed to represent me, and that's not me. So she's going on this little tangent, and then the girl just looks at her and is like, so you one of those girls that don't see color. You one of those.
Yeah.
This son was just like, really? And she's like, just tell me you're one of those girls.
Girl, read her for
When I say I scream.
Like, okay, just whisper it to me. I ain't gonna tell nobody. We
understand. Go ahead.
Bitch, I hollered. So I can't wait
for the girls happening right now. Is that season on?
I feel like the first episode might have. Yeah, the first episode is on YouTube right now, actually.
Okay.
First episode is free.
I'm gonna have to catch up on that. That sounds
right.
And then Garcelle is now calling them bitches out too. Garcelle is like, would you have said that to one of the white girls? And now I feel like, bitch, next season the whole cast is gonna be white again, because those girls are going to be tired. those girls are going to be like, okay, we tried the mixed salad and it's not what's here.
Well, I don't know. If what's her name? Garcelle.
Oh, Garcelle.
Garcelle and Christina, if they garner enough ratings,
you're right.
They might get a pay raise, which both of them women don't need it.
It's gonna garner the shit, because also on this season, don't forget, Kathy Hilton is a housewife.
Oh yes. Oh yes. The real rich bitch.
Really the richest rich bitch. The real rich bitch.
Oh yeah. That's the one with the real money.
I can't wait for Kathy to just come in and say, well, girl, if you really want to shake it up, honey, let's lay out properties. If you really want to shake it up. We talking money and diamonds, and let's really lay it out.
Let's get to the root.
Let's get to the root of the money out here, honey. Y'all thought Lisa Vanderpump was rich. Oh, bitch.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Bitch, my daughter is richer than y'all hoes. And that's just the
$100K is pocket change. Now to hand me my pocketbook with $100K in it.
That part, girl.
It's nothing.
I can't wait to see these shopping scenes, honey. I can't wait to see these shopping scenes.
Honey.
You can't afford it?
So, Hilton is walking into the stores, looking at them pick up stuff, and then asking them, oh, Y'all don't have the new stuff that's coming off the runway? You still buying gifts?
That part is going to give very much that. I'm here for it. I don't usually watch their franchise, but they shaking. Bravo is really trying to get it together because Atlanta is really starting the fall.
Yeah.
They're really trying to keep it together with the other franchises. I feel like Potomac and Beverly Hills and New York is probably going to really hold Bravo together. There's a black girl in New York now too. So they really trying to spice it up.
But you know what? With Atlanta on Bravo, I don't like the ratchet mentality on Bravo when it comes to Atlanta, because I'm like, all black girls are not ratchet. Maybe ghetto, maybe hood, but that ratchet mentality does not suit every black woman, and that narrative is dying. Like, cut it out.
Right.
The gag is those New York whores be literally whoring all around, doing coke, doing drugs, getting naked, all them hoes about alcoholics, and all you ever hear is, she's really going through a really tough, she's really going through a time, girl. She's going through a time. Girl, a black girl do something, girl, and it be the most of the most of the most of the most. And the gag is the only black girl that's only been on Real Housewives of Atlanta that had like a quote unquote drinking problem was Shamari.
Oh yeah.
And Shamari was just like, bitch, I just had twins and I never get out the house, bitch.
Like, so I'm gonna drink something.
With my girls, I'm gonna drink. And I'm like, yeah, girl.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And they tried to make her whole storyline like, I just think she drink too much. And I'm like, girl, she only drink around here.
Like, y'all have nothing else
when them
to
twins
do.
are gone. When them twins are gone, she drinks. When them so let's stop pushing the narrative.
That mama just dropped them babies, girl. Let that woman get outside her household and have a drink.
Like, she don't have a nanny. Like, some of y'all got nannies and shit to help y'all with y'all shit. Like, the woman is doing it with herself and her husband. What the fuck?
What is the problem?
She get out the house and he got the kids. God damn it, she getting fucked up. I don't blame her.
This is the problem. This is really sidetracked, but since we're on it, y'all, this is going to be one of those episodes because it's been so long since we've actually sat down and talked. Girl, y'all just had a conversation between us. Anywho, this gives me very much when Beyonce came out with Beyonce self-titled, and the people were so mad about how sexualized she was, especially like in the Partition video. And the lyrics in the Partition video, you know, Monica Lewinsky on my blouse, these things. And I'm sitting here like, bitch, that is her husband. She can say and do whatever the fuck it is. That is that woman's husband.
Exactly.
No matter what the kink was, bitch, that is her husband. They are married with child at that time. A child. Why are y'all she's just so sexualized with him? Her husband?
You know what? And to that, I would say, if you had an issue with Beyonce, if I ever get married, honey, just block me.
Just let it go.
Just block me.
Just let it go.
Just block
y'all
me.
follow E-Kane, y'all know what it gives.
Just block me, honey. Black women go hard for their husbands.
Honey, E-Kane loves
like, stop pushing the narrative that we don't.
Yes, indeed, and I love
Black women go
it.
hard
And
for
I
their
love it.
husbands. Their husbands.
Husband.
Okay? Husbands.
One of these.
We go hard for them, so stop that. They're
not one of these.
They talk back and stuff. Girl, yes, for the example.
Little do y'all know she just took her promise ring off. Little do y'all know.
That part. But yeah, stop pushing the narrative, y'all. Black women aren't submissive. We are submissive to our husbands.
Girl, okay. E-Kane about got me liking track shit.
Honey, I see the black girl vibes over there. Better yet, shout out to E-Kane, honey, because it's healthy black love over there, honey. If you ain't seen it, go look, honey. Sis is goals and longevity to her.
Okay.
That's right.
Is there anything else on the hot topics list?
Know how to get away with murder.
Okay.
No.
Go, Annalise.
Just come.
Is there anything else on the hot topics list?
Oh, shit. We got to talk about Natalie Nunn, Tanisha, Sarah from the Bad Girls Club. Y'all remember the white girl Sarah who was in the club with the notebook?
I remember Sarah.
Write down numbers and stuff.
Oh, not the lips.
Yep. That's her.
Not the lips.
Yep. But anyway, they got a new show called Baddies ATL on the Zeus Network. And also something else that's happening, BET actually is producing this show called The Encore with Keely Williams. Y'all remember her from 3LW. You got you got Cherish. I don't know how many girls are there from Cherish. But
Cherish
all
was fire. Side note, this album Cherish put out was fire.
Yeah, Cherish was really good.
Them harmonies
Cherry was good.
They did that.
We got Shamia from we was just talking about Shamia.
Shamia or Shamari?
Oh, Shamari.
You click on your feet, huh?
I was gonna say, yes, both of them hoes live in Atlanta, but one of them hoes is not a thing. One of them hoes is Portia's best friend.
You're right.
The one that hooked up with our African prince.
Shamari, she's on there, and she's from the group Black. And then you have Aubrey O'Day from Dead in the Game. And last but not least, I want to highlight, we have Nivea. I want to know why in the world is Nivea here on the show.
Why?
I mean, if I needed a chick, I'd be there too.
What girl group was she in? The purpose of the show is people from girl groups. I may be wrong. Oh, wait. Nivea was Mama a part of JS? No. Didn't R. Kelly have a group? Wait. Didn't R. Kelly have a group? And she
I don't know, but I know she's.
I'm Googling Nivea.
I mean, Nivea can sing, but the thing is, Nivea is not going to get along with them hoes.
Right.
The only thing.
And neither is Aubrey O'Day.
Oh, they're going to really have
He's not
their shit cut out.
Because
she gave Don hell.
Between Keely's attitude,
Aubrey O'Day. Keely tried to have that conversation with Farrah. Both of them hoes sounded crazy.
Because they're both delusional.
Farrah is up there claiming shit that she really had no parts of, child. They just needed a filler girl for a couple of scenes, girl. And now you out here telling the world, girl.
I mean, I think it'd be best if you go home. Now. Somebody can sing your love.
Oh my God.
See, that's what I live. Sidetrack. I live for Michelle's holiness, but behind the scenes, Michelle was getting them hoes together.
From Destiny Child.
Yes, child.
Before Latavia.
After
the oldest
Latavia.
They can sing your language.
Okay, girl. We see it, girl.
You can sing your language.
Girl, I don't know what girl group
she was getting them together though, y'all.
But I don't get why she is there. And Aubrey, don't get me wrong. I do live for Aubrey. I mean, all the plastic surgery is really, but that's her business and her body.
Right.
The talent really do be there.
The talent is there.
Cause that little thing that her and Shannon had, the little dumb blonde moment, that was actually cute for Aubrey. But I feel like that's her lane in this house with all these black girls trying to make R&B music. Somebody's gonna fight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably, Nivea is probably going to want, because Nivea, I think, has been to jail a couple of times. This Nivea, I think, has a bit of a, bitch, I will. Aubrey girl, just do the job that you were told to go and do. Do the job that you were told to go and do, and just please go home and do not fight with these girls, girl. Because if it has to be anybody against anybody, girl, it is going to be them against you, girl.
Right.
It is, I mean, maybe Keely will have your back. She gives me one of those types of girls. Keely might have your back.
Maybe.
But other than that,
don't think
girl,
that
the
other
other girls
people
is gonna
got
let you have it.
I don't see Keely and Aubrey getting along attitude wise.
I mean, the only people out here I see gonna sing is Nivea, them girls from Cherish.
Yeah.
I mean, Shamari can sing. I'm not gonna hold her like she cannot sing, but I feel like she's also older than them girls. Them the girls I feel like that are gonna like sing in the booth. Aubrey finna play with them girls' money and give sex appeal. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Aubrey finna play with them girls' money and give sex appeal.
Mhm.
And I mean, that's really it. But shout out to Carlos King and Todd, Candy's husband. Sorry, I don't know his, I guess, what is his last name? Because Candy still goes by, what is Todd's last name?
Birds.
Well, shout out to Carlos King and Todd Burris.
I'm like, ain't it
Fire. It'll be good. Natalie Nunn.
I run LA.
Girl, I'm over it. Then again, I was never a huge fan of the Bad Girls Club. I could just never get into their storylines because I felt like it was giving real world tease, but no reward. They just had to not fight each other to make it to the end. So I'm like, well, girl, is this not WWE? Like a cage?
She fought too much for me. I'm like, girl, use your words.
It's a lot of this. It's a lot of this, girl. It's very chinny chin chin, girl. It's just a lot.
Oh, wait.
It was Ken. You know who Natalie is. Yeah.
Oh, no. Y'all no.
I run LA. You know who Natalie is.
It's giving the hairs on my chin.
You know who Natalie is? She do got a strong chin.
She's
still a pretty girl.
Yeah,
she's
got
pretty,
a strong chin.
but a very strong chin.
Yes, I don't want to see them like, what are you girls fighting about?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another girl on the show named Sydney. I think Cindy is a trans woman, but it gives very much attention seeking. Like it gives very much. I thought about this read before I was going to read. I thought about this fight before I was going to fight. So it gives, like the other girls be sitting there like, girl, now we was cool 5 minutes ago, but now the camera's rolling and you really rah-rah. Mm-hmm. It gives that for me. And I'm just like, girl, why is it all that? I don't get why it's all that. I'm not going to watch that. I'm not going to lie. I'll just catch the scenes from Instagram. I'm not going to watch that.
Well, I didn't plan on watching. I got the Zeus Network.
Ain't no Zeus. Zeus Network.
I only got the Zeus Network for Jocelyn's Cabaret. You know, to be honest.
Yes, Jocelyn.
You said who you calling?
Hey, May.
Who you calling that?
Girl.
I know you ain't calling that.
We all gonna fight tonight. We all gonna fight tonight.
Like what?
I just would have been like, yes, we are, yes, girl. Walking up on me like they're talking about a cough, whether I was bullshitting or not. Yes, girl. We're all fighting this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Pop. Back the fuck up.
Or not, girl. We're fighting tonight.
Do you
got more to lose than I do, girl? You the one got to feed Bella, girl, not me. So, girl, what is it?
Yeah, I understand.
What is it, girl?
Because that was blatantly like just disrespect. And honestly, that's it. I had another one, but I'm gonna save it for the pits because it's actually a part of my pits. So this has been pop culture. We're gonna come up with a name for this segment.
We will eventually at some point. Who on your shirt?
Oh, Big Worm.
That's who I thought it was.
Okay, Big Worm had my money.
That's who I thought it was.
Stop playing with me, Smokey.
I thought that's what it was. Okay, so now that we have gone through our hot topics, again, guys, yes, that was long-winded, but again, child, it's been a minute for us. We're just catching up again into the gig. Miss Phoenix, I heard you had a topic for the kids.
Yeah, we got a main topic. We want to help you guys out on your first date. So we are going to cover do's and don'ts on the first date. So let me go first. I approach the situation like, should you ask people about their credit on the first date? Like, what's your credit score? I don't feel like it's a bad question because I mean, if it's a 5 something, honey, what are we doing here?
They can contact me and I can help them out.
Or you can contact Kim and she can help you out. Depends on how the date goes.
But we can't date, but you can call her.
You can call her, but you have to get up from this table.
I said, honestly, I don't know. Like for a first date, I feel like the question should be asked at some point. But like, maybe shit. Honestly, I don't know. Once like you feel you need to ask that question. Once you feel like that is going somewhere and y'all are getting deep into it.
Right.
I feel like that should be the question. But like
third or fourth date
to base like, you know, your future dates with someone off of their credit score, I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, I feel both sides. I feel like I heard Tiffany Haddish speak on this to Nicole Byer on their podcast. But because that's something that she said after she acquired her money, that is something that she would ask dudes that went on dates with her. Like, what is your credit situation like? And not to say, and I believe her, like the backdrop to it was, not to say I wouldn't date you if you had bad credit, but then I need to know the whys as to why you have bad credit. Is it like everybody else? You got a credit card, fresh out of high school, ain't nobody taught you nothing about it, so it tanked your credit. Did you like get a car? Like, it's like, let me find out why. Are you just out here being reckless and you don't have no control over your finances? Or is it like student loans? But I mean, I feel like, girl, hey, you're a rich bitch, honey. It's the mint green on the nails. It tells me that you're a rich bitch. So if you want to know them niggas' credit scores, go ask. Ask, girl. When you get seated at the table, girl, and you order your chef salad with chicken, girl, you look him in the eyes and you say, "What's that?"
Salad, and I'll never ask. It's very Caesar salad vibes to me. But just to follow up, guys, Miss Phoenix is not out on the first date asking guys for their credit score on the first date. This is just to open a topic and an icebreaker. So my genuine question to you guys is, what question would you ask someone on the first date? Like, what is a important question to discuss on the first date? What's an icebreaker? And especially if your partner is uptight, the person that you're going on a date with, like they may be shy, they may have an introverted personality. So what's an icebreaker question to ask that person?
It would most definitely be for me, like, do you like to travel? Like, you know, like that's a basic, you know, question. Like, do you like to travel? Because
I'll take a break for you, mommy.
What if they say yes, Kim? Like, do you follow up with, do you have a passport? Like, is that too in depth on the first conversation, or like where are the boundaries with that?
Right. And see, that's me. Like, if, you know, because me, I didn't have a passport at first. Like, I had one, but it wasn't like, I guess, you know. But then I had
that together.
Maybe, you know, right.
We got that together.
I had got one because shit. I mean, we for the travel, boo.
Oh,
for the travel. So let's go. When you're ready, I'm gonna be ready. So
when you get your passport, hit me up.
You know?
Lord, I see what you are doing for others.
Right. Get that passport. If you go spend $200 on some Jordans, good God, get you a passport.
Right.
You flew them out, Kim?
Huh?
You fluing them out?
Who?
You fluing them out?
It's only one person I done flew out. But
This Phoenix ain't flying nobody out. It'll be a snowy day in hell.
it's only one baby, and she truly deserved it. Yeah, truly deserved it, baby. You, everybody don't get those special treatments.
Miss Fanny to fly her husband out though. I ain't gonna sit here and stunt like I ain't gonna trick.
Girl, we
I mean, hey.
I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like I won't pay for a ticket. I mean, it ain't tricking if you got it.
Thank you.
It ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't gonna hurt my pockets.
Word.
What about you guys? Like, what
first day situation, Q?
Yeah.
What questions would you do to break the ice?
Honestly, to break the ice, I would ask where you're from. I guess being well-traveled, I ask where you're from. Because once you tell me where you're from, then I'm gonna open that up by telling you, I guess how close I've been, if I've been to your city.
Okay.
Because I've been to your city. And and tell you about my experience like in that area or whatever, or in that region. Like I'll make it like some broad to just start conversation to get you to open up.
Yeah.
So so let's say like they say they from I don't know,
Chicago.
Let's say, okay, Chicago.
Okay.
I'll just say, I got people from Chicago, the Banks, the Wilkersons, the Allens, from the west side of Chicago and the south side of Chicago. So we'll talk about that. Also, I can talk about going up through Chicago, visiting there when I was a kid. Never took a train there. Talking about, my experience going through the snowstorm, pushing through the snowstorm in order to get on the other side of Chicago. And we just open up and talk about that. And, I'll get you to open up and start telling me about your city. And once you start doing that, then that just opens the way, because I'm going to start, listening to you, listening to what you say about your experiences there. And I'm pretty sure your experiences, I'm going to have an experience that relates to that.
Right.
So boom, boom, connection. Like,
I feel that.
It's for me, like the question you asked, you put the connections in place.
Mm-hmm.
And you try to connect with the person, because what's the point of being on the date if I'm not going to communicate and try to get to know you?
Right.
And place some connections, something that we have in common.
I mean, some people go on dates just to get free food. So
you goddamn right.
You got to walk away from them dates, girl. Tell them you left your something in the car, girl, and go home. You left something in the car and you'll be right back.
Right. Or they be on dates thinking about somebody else. So
going to the bathroom.
I don't really, if I were to be in a space to go on a first date, which I am not.
You date Cartier sometimes. Let's say if y'all trying to pretend like I had y'all very first date, what question would you start and ask him? Just as an icebreaker, just like I'm trying to,
I'm more of an activities bitch. See, I'm more of an activities bitch. Because the thing about doing an activity, you will be talking about the activity that you're doing.
That's true.
And then you can if they like it, if they don't like it, if they're anxious about doing this new thing, why? You can just kind of go into so many different routes, like doing something. Like for instance, let's say I go on a first date and we go on a hike or something, which I guess is kind of similar. But yeah, let's say we go on a hike or something. So we out hiking, which is high. We got hiking booths. There's just so many different variables just to do the activity. We're going to be talking about the activity, and I feel like that tells me a lot more than asking necessarily certain questions.
Okay.
Just like, oh, I don't really like to do new things. Oh, that's not for me then. Because I'm a type of bitch that like to do new things relatively often. So I was like, oh, that's not for me. Oh, it's too hot. Oh, girl, shut up. Like that is also not for me. So like things like that. So I don't really have any questions per se, but I would like first date. I suggest to you people out there going on first dates, do something adventurous. Go do an activity. Don't go. I hate the idea of sitting at a dinner for our first date because now we have to order. Now we have to wait for our food to come. Now we have to eat. And maybe I decided already in the first 5 minutes that it wasn't going to be what it was supposed to be. But now I got to sit through the rest of my damn meal or try to fake an escape to get out of it. So you have to go do something. Don't go to the movies, bitch. Now you committed for 2+ hours sitting beside a person that may not have your same sense of humor. They might be scary as shit. Like you just might not vibe with it.
Shit, that's what you be up on.
Go do something that's like, go do an activity. Because then if the person don't like it, okay, well, bitch, the activity is over. So then let's go our separate ways. Let's go have coffee.
It's over for you.
A cup of coffee.
If I like it. No, if I like it, then I'm gonna continue to do the activity. Like if I like go-karting and you don't like it, then you go home. I'm staying here.
And just to answer my own question for me, like on the first date, I like to go play pool. It tells me a lot about a person. Whether you're good at pool or not, I decide by the end of the day whether I'm going to beat you in pool or whether I'm going to let you win. I'm that confident when I play pool. It tells me a lot because I can tell by the way that you joke around, like, oh, I want to see how confident you are. Like, even if you suck at pool, I want to see your confidence. Like, yeah, I'm going to beat you.
You better be good at sticking balls, girl. Yes.
Ooh, your girl done won a bunch of balls over the years. But it's a venue in which if that person doesn't like it, they can leave. And guess what? Miss Phoenix has another person that's up to play a game of pool.
Or they can just grab a drink and watch you play.
Or you can grab a drink and watch me play. But either way, we are communicating. It's a very open space. It's not extremely loud. I can hear what you are saying. It's very free. Like, I want you to feel free in a moment enough to express your emotions or opinions to me. Right. And it's an icebreaker to me. So I like playing pool on the first date. That, and I'm just like, you're going to get a drink. I don't drink that much now. However, at the pool hall, it's just like, you want to drink? So my second question to you guys is, what's a no-no? What is an absolute no-no to a first date?
For me.
And I can go, go ahead.
You go first. You go.
Okay. I can go first. Absolute no-no for me, which kind of be controversial because I guess a bunch of people will be like, well, let's go ahead and get that out the way. I do not like when guys ask me what I do for work on the first date, because then it makes me seem like you're coming in with intention. Like, what's your angle when you ask me what I do for work and your response to it? Because the response I've had is, oh, big money. I don't like that response. And that automatically sends me into I'm not going to say a negative vibe, but it brings my guard up.
Okay, let me say something. Let me just stop you right there. Two things. For some people, that question is their icebreaker because they don't know what else to ask. So the easiest thing to say is, what do you do? Number two, the motherfuckers that are saying that to you are people that you probably don't need to be on a date with. Like somebody else respectable could ask that same question without that or that intent behind it. Because it could just be like, oh, okay, my mom's a such and such, or my sister is a such and such. It could just be one of those. For some people, it literally might be like, oh, honey, I'm going to assume this person makes more than me. Right. So let me joke about the fact that they might make more than me to counter.
And I don't like the joke.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If the joke comes in, then I'm just kind of like, like the question can be asked and not meant that way. But if they're meaning it that way, next.
I'm gonna beat you in the game of pool in that case.
Because my sister,
I'm gonna slaughter you in pool in that case.
Right. Like my sister is also in the same profession as you. So she be feeling the same way because niggas be dirty and grimy and broke. But you know, for me, I would say a no, like on a first date. There's a couple of things. You ask somebody out, you have also asked to pay for whatever it is that you asked them to do.
I agree.
Off top. And there's no gender, whatever. If you have asked someone to do something with you, you have also asked to pay for what it is you asked for them to do. So if you're a lady and you ask a man to go out with you to do something, you should not have it in your head just because he's a man that he's going to pay for the thing. Maybe he didn't want to do the thing. He likes cheap. That part, a couple of quarters, I'll get you through the night. So that's my number one. And I'll even go that route. I mean, with friends, it's a little different, but it depends on the thing that you're asking me to do as a friend. If you ask somebody to do something, you're paying for the things. You should have that thought in your mind. And if they surprise you with something else, you should just be surprised and take it for what it is. But you shouldn't be like, you ain't gonna pay for your own. You asked me here. That's number one. Another thing. It's okay to be uncomfortable. We don't know each other. That is okay. But trying to overcompensate for that is where it gets a little dicey.
No, like, that's when you address it head on. That's when you announce it. Like if it's awkward, I would just say, okay, so we don't have to be awkward. Like,
yes, that's right. Perfect. And now we cool. Now we cool.
Or if I see like you kind of reserved or you kind of, you look uncomfortable, then I will ask you like, hey, are you uncomfortable? Like, what's up? Tell me what's up. Be upfront with me right now.
What's good?
Right.
So
also,
that's how you solve that.
First day, back to this thing. I asked you somewhere, so I insinuate that I'm going to pay for the thing. This is like a double-edged sword. I mean, you may ask somebody to the nicest steak place in town, bitch, and they may order the nicest motherfucking steak on the Wagyu beef.
You are asked them there.
You asked them there, honey. Okay? Is it rude to purposely order the most expensive thing on the menu? I think so.
Yes.
Do you like that? Or are you just ordering it because it's the most expensive thing on the menu and you testing me? To see,
but you can always pick a different restaurant that's more affordable. If you ask me that may just very well be my taste.
Take your ass, or y'all's ass, to a family restaurant with family prices, or take their ass to like a winery, and y'all can have a couple of glasses of expensive wine, but just hors d'oeuvres. Do something, high-low. Now, if you taking somebody ass to the most expensive steakhouse in town because you want to try to be that bitch and show off, now when that bitch order the things and salt comes out and starts sprinkling salt on their shit, bitch, and you get the bill and it's $2,000. Well,
get that steak with gold.
I want that wallet to go the same way.
Exactly. Those are my biggest things. Like basically like expectations on first dates. Don't do too much trying to impress somebody. Then you be offended.
Right.
They fully lean into what you have offered to the table.
I always order salad, honey, because I done had my share. Give me a Caesar salad and a glass of Moscato, a white Zinfandel, and your girl is fine.
Like
and we'll leave it at that.
Oh, I love to take her to eat the crab shack, and I love to watch her crack into crabs because that turns me on. I think that's a very specific thing. Like maybe if you're from the DMV, that gets you on, cause y'all eat crabs all the fucking time. Bitch, I'm not trying to go on my first date. I'll don't know. I guess it depends on the type of. I guess it depends on the person.
Salad for me. I'm a salad girl on the first date.
Because bitch, I might want ribs, but I'm not gonna order ribs.
Okay, have
on the first date.
Look at your quail talking about some ribs. There's ribs for me.
Not on the first date. Not on the first date.
Ribs and finger food for you.
No, I'm gonna save ribs. Like for the first dinner date, like I'm gonna save the whole barbecue scene because when I give you the barbecue scene, like it's gonna be a real barbecue scene. Either we'll be chilling with my homeboys or we'll be chilling with my family. It's gonna be a real barbecue scene. So like the first date, that'll have to be shit. I don't know, whatever we feeling. Honestly,
I just think whatever we feeling is the best way to go because or in like somewhere where the menu is wide the fuck open.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real honest.
This gonna be ghetto.
I feel like it's Gloria's kitchen down there in the south.
It's gonna be real honest. It's gonna be ghetto.
So I basically do what my daddy did to my mama. My mom, okay, of course, my mom comes from like a upper middle class family. Like they never wanted for anything they already had. My dad comes from like the bottom, like what they would consider poverty. And so on the first date, my mom was used to going to steakhouses and eating all this expensive shit. My daddy took her ass to McDonald's. She got dressed up and he took her through the drive-thru at McDonald's. He asked her if she wanted anything. And she said no. And my daddy ordered a Big Mac and some fries. And he parked in the parking lot and ate it. And my mama sat on the side mad as hell. For their first date. So like my thing, honestly,
Jaquel, are you trying to say that? I'm sorry, Q, are you trying to tell me?
No, we're gonna go to like
the drive-thru.
No, we're not going through the drive-thru. It's not gonna be drive-thru, but I'm gonna take you to like a hood spot. Let's say like over there off of what's that? Is it Beasley? Maybe off of Beasley. It's close to Beasley. Shit, I think of it. No, it's called Magic Spot.
Okay.
That might be Beasley. Yeah, it's called Magic Spot, but like they serve some of everything. When I say from burgers to wings to chitlins to whatever, every damn thing. I'm gonna take you there and I'm gonna let you choose from the menu. Like we just gonna have fun with it on the first date.
Because if somebody ever order chitlins, bitch, I'm getting extra walking.
Not chitlins on the first date.
Honestly, you order chitlins.
They wow.
Oh, you wow.
You wow, like a
wow, honey. You wow.
Baby. You might as well take your shoes off while you eat.
You didn't come to play.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I think my no would be is for you to ask me about an ex. Why did y'all end? You shouldn't be worried about why my ex end.
Hold up. Can I interrupt you just for a second?
Oh my God.
Kim, I need to interrupt you just for a second. Because we are doing that, and mine goes exactly with yours. Because mine was going to be my no, do not talk to me about your ex on the first date. So Kim, please take it away.
Take it away.
Yes. So yeah, don't ask me about no ex on the first date. Why you ask me about my ex? Because I feel like if you ask me about my damn ex, you're trying to see why I stopped talking to them. That way you right.
Or you know them.
But they don't.
It's an intention behind it.
But it's like are you trying to like not do what they did? The reason why I stopped talking to them? Because my intuition and my spirituality, because I'm very spiritual, I can feel your intent. So
discernment.
No, don't do
You
that.
feel that spirit.
Don't do that. Don't ask me about no motherfucking
That's like a fourth date type of situation.
That's a red flag on the first date.
That's a big red flag.
Your ex, my ex, anybody's ex is a red flag on the first
I don't
date.
even think I necessarily like. Yes, I guess if it was the first date and this happened, I would also be looking at you kind of crazy, probably because of my own personal experiences. I don't like people talking negatively of their own exes.
That part. Like I don't like
I don't
them,
know
but
them. I don't know them, and I'm only hearing your side of the story. So
it tells me that
running them in the ground trying to make yourself look better, but I'm looking at you like,
what did you do?
I don't know this person because they have broken up with themselves. Like,
what did you do?
Right. I'm like,
honestly, if you talking to me about your ex or you asking me about my ex, like, first of all, if you're talking about your ex, that tells me that you are still in love with them. You still got something going on. You still
let that go.
You're not finna bring that and put that on me. I'm not finna be your rebound. Okay, so you talking about that? Okay, cool. We fucking or what?
That's period.
And then like you talking to me about my ex. I'm not here. I'm here on the date with you. Why are you asking me about my ex? I don't fucking know. They're somewhere else. I don't know what coast they're on. I'm here.
I think people about insecurities lead them to that space. For somebody that's not living in that space anymore, it really reads insecure. Like it really reads like, you want me to tell you about what now?
That part. You know what? I don't even know how I would respond with someone like trying to down talk my exes in front of me. Like I feel the way I feel about them from personal experience.
You don't know them.
You don't know them. So
the thing is I chose to date them for a reason.
That part.
That's like, the real game. I know more positive things about them than I know about you because I don't know you yet.
That part. Like they are not all bad, honey. I might have my own opinion about it, but they're not all bad at the end of the day. So we're not gonna sit here and bad mouth my exes. Like
so when we break up, you can go do the same thing about me. Girl.
That part, you eating these wings or what?
Even with that, with y'all saying that, yo. Like,
I dated my ex for a reason. I'm not gonna talk bad about my ex. Like we were
I liked them at one point.
Right.
They were my ex.
And it's like been times to where I have gotten to realize for myself who that person ex was for, by interactions. By, disagreement, altercations, or whatever. I have gotten to know, okay, this is why y'all ain't, what y'all want. Me personally, I don't never say, well, hey, this is my going off about an ex because I mean, shit, whatever. They going about their business, I'm going about mine, and it is what it is. I don't ask about an ex. It always be brought to me about what their ex has done.
And the real gag is I'm cool with all the exes that are still in my like stratosphere of things. We cool people. Which is the past. So
it's the same.
Girl, like I said, the ones in my stratosphere, girl, the ones I do not talk to. But for the most part, it's like if I saw them on the street, it would be no ill will. I don't be getting iffy about that. When people be like really going in on their ex with somebody they really don't even know yet, I just be like, and how is that supposed to make the person that's is interested in dating you feel?
Right. Like what is you to the point?
But you're gonna do the same about me. I mean, I
might have all the things they didn't do based off what I've done for the first 20 minutes of a day. Oh, he ain't never opened the door for me. Girl,
stop walking through the door that you got to open, because I just stand there or get back in my car.
But we dated for 16 years, so you let him not open the door for you for 16 years? So what are we talking about?
That part,
what are we talking about?
Where's the responsibility on your part?
You chose this lifestyle, sister. You chose this.
And to speak of
go ahead.
Yeah, to speak of a growth moment, guys, I've talked to every single one of my exes like this past month. Not on a relationship thing and not on closure, but it's just like I don't have anything against you. Like, move on in peace. There are no soul ties. We need to grow. We need to move on. And I like it because it is just so peaceful to the point that look at you feel like I'll never. But
I was just thinking. You goddamn right, because I've handled my
business. It's not a masculine energy type of thing, girl.
Oh no,
I've done that too with some of my exes.
I moved on. I've moved on. You should move on too. Go get therapy. Do what you need to do. I've handled my business. I've got my shit handled. So you make sure you handle your shit. You weren't worried about me when your ass walked out or when I put your ass out. So why the fuck am I gonna be worried about you now? No, keep your ass over there. And I hope life is good for you. In the worst New York, I give you an ounce of luck. You go forth and you do whatever the fuck you finna do.
You know what it's giving, Q? You know what it's giving? This is what it's giving. It's giving New York leaving the house. You think I give a fuck? I give
a fuck. But you know what? I will say.
And then get your ass in the bed and be like, how can you do this?
Put me here twice, and for what?
That's the energy that it's giving. That's the energy that it's giving.
But one thing I had to learn, like, I fully believe guys and girls, they deal with things differently. So if I want to be emotional about it and I'm just like, I can talk to you and be like, hey, there's nothing wrong. That's my feminine energy. Like, I don't have to be masculine. I'm not masculine. I'm not a male.
That shit too. When they text you big head or hey, how your mama doing or some random ass shit.
I don't
like
do big head text or what's up late night text. I don't even text after 8 p.m.
This on both sides of the field.
Oh, Ashley, can you teach the girls? Who hurt you?
Can
you teach the girls?
But no, you have to move on. And it's just like, you can have an ex and just be like, okay, this was my ex. We went through these things. Right. It didn't work out. No matter how bad it ended, it's just like, it just didn't work out. So in the midst of moving on, because if you still harbor that hurt, you're going to move that into your next relationship. And I don't want to do that. Like, my next boo, my next boo,
we're still listening.
My next boo, he ain't got to worry about no exes.
So basically what you're saying is you cleared the line.
Honey, cleared it.
So whoever is walking through, honey, is full of space and opportunity.
Full of space and opportunity. Shoot your
Just giving what it's doing.
Shoot your shot, boo.
I'm not mad. I mean, I think those are all the things we discussed are like very good, like kind of generic, but very specific to us. The things about first dates, because honestly, for one, it's been so long since a bitch has been on a first date. And even the last time I went on a first date, which was obviously with Cartier, very like not your traditional. I don't know. Some people say it's traditional because people love taking people to their houses on first dates. And that's kind of like how our situation was, because I picked him, like we knew each other for a year before I ain't gonna
get it on camera.
So when I met him, I just picked him up from the airport and brought him home and cooked for him. It just was what it was. But
and went from there.
Honey, But like on a first date with somebody that lived in the same state as me, it used to always feel like, oh, let me take you out to eat. Bitch, why are we going out to eat? Because I'm going to eat, I'm going to be full. I got to watch what I eat so I'm not gassy, bitch. I got to make sure ain't nothing in my fucking teeth.
Salad with no eggs, honey.
Girl, like, can we go do something? So I feel like now if I was in a first date.
Are y'all lactose intolerant?
I am.
Oh.
So easy on the ranch, please. Thank you for asking.
I am, but guess
Thank
what?
you for
Give me that cheese. Give me that ranch.
When you take somebody to eat, it be too many variables going on. You don't know what the other person's gastrointestinal situation really is, honey. Especially if you're operating in a space in the community, honey, because a lot of times first dates really do be leading to first experiences. And bitch, neither one of us needs to eat. So, like, neither one of us needs to eat, honey. There should be no food on the table, girl. Beverages only. Like, what do we really do?
Oh my God.
Guys, I went on a date like
I'm lighting up on camera.
I went on a date like 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. It may have been last week. And I danced for the first time.
Girl, what you mean you dance for you dance for the first time on a date, girl, or you dance for the first time in real life? Is that how you move?
I hope not.
Judge me not, honey. Your girl had on a dress and heels, baby. There you go. Well,
oh, the dress and heels. It was 2 weeks ago. We saw it.
And she was real dolled up. You seen it. It was cute, and I liked it. And I
to go dancing on a first date. That is kind of cute.
It is. I liked it because I felt free, and it was. I always feel free, but it's just like that freedom that you have on a date. It's just like you're not uptight. It didn't feel like a first date. It just felt like, oh, let's dance. You know.
That's cute.
Okay.
And I liked it. So I like that date. So I like the topic of.
That's you want to get
You know,
bitch, that's funny. Up on the inside.
Miss Phoenix serves shoulders, honey, when she's out. Okay, she serves it. The clavicles here, 90 degrees. Yes, she is.
Girl, not on the dance floor, girl. Giving the people a shimmy. I live. That's cute. That is.
It says I'm on coke in the I like it.
Ain't it giving Studio 54 coke in the bathroom?
Okay, but I danced though.
I just can't dance for y'all in this.
I danced though.
I live for it. Okay, speaking of first dates, what would be 2 questions? Yes, cute. Yes, honey.
Still jigging, ain't it? Yeah, the whole line of coke on the bar.
Ain't it doing it?
Well, we've seen a couple of things. We've seen a couple of things in our past. We've seen a couple of things. Might have not been coke, but it was definitely Molly. But
oh, I've seen the coke.
That's Molly. That's Molly.
You used to hang with the white girls, so I'm sure you did.
Oh no!
A question, 2-part question.
Mm.
Ideal dream-ish situation. A date you would take somebody on and a date you would like to be taken on. Go.
Oof.
She's quiet.
You hit me with that one.
I want to dance all night long. Ow. If you have Anita Baker, honey, a date that I would like to be taken on. If you have Anita Baker playing in the background, I got this ballroom dress on and I'm dressed up. Honey loves to dress up and be in heels, and you can guide me in a dance. You know, I'm doing a little spin around, a little leg kick. I want it all. And I have a 2-drink minimum when I'm on a date.
That too.
Okay.
So that would be my dream.
Teach the girls.
However, I've already been taken on that dream date. So I'm just saying what I know. But if I were to take someone on a date, it would be more so activities because that's my specialty. I want to be on an ATV. Like, let's go see scenery. Let's go see mountains and let's talk. Let's chat it up. Let's show body, you know, and let's just be free. So that is my ideal to take someone on versus what I would like them to take me on.
It's giving nude in the woods for me.
Okay.
KD, girl, you live to go on a date, girl, so you got to have something, honey.
I do who? I haven't been on a date in sometime.
I
Girl,
didn't say
go
what
on
you
this
have been
weekend.
doing. I said what you live to do. So I said what I said.
I guess mine would be like going to amusement parks, honestly.
Mm,
Going to
Park is
amusement parks.
that'd
fun.
be fun.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
To go or be taken?
Mm.
Well, to take someone or to be taken?
Yeah, both. Because I'm gonna see what you like. If you like to, ride roller coasters, or if you don't, I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna like riding on roller coasters before we leave there. I mean, because I've done that before. Went to amusement park, girl. They were, really like riding on roller coasters.
I don't like roller coasters.
By the time we left, we had rode every roller coaster there was, and now she loved riding roller coasters.
She's aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
We get it. We read it between the lines. Okay. Pow pow. Amusement parks don't work for me, girl, because then they want to take me to this little shooting section, and your girl is pretty accurate with the gun, and then they side-eye me and be like, girl, you can shoot.
I like those too, like getting in a car and be shooting.
I mean, cute. You likes to travel for dates.
Right. I feel like bottomless mimosas at 8 a.m.
Honestly, I would do something random for a date. Depending, like you said, I do like to travel. So I'll probably ask you what you're doing, like so-and-so weekend, like what you're doing this weekend, what you're doing next weekend, block some time off. Like talk shit and surprise you there, wherever you are, fly to wherever you are. And that's the thing about me.
Ooh, he got money.
Like, I just know how to work the fucking flight system. I'll put that.
Totally, honey.
I should have talked to you yesterday, which I was trying to finagle or something.
Teach me.
I got you. But yeah, go to wherever you are, or you come here. It doesn't matter. And like, wait, shit, are we talking first dates or just like
yes, bitch? So that's why I'm sitting up here. You telling all the listeners, bitch, that you finna take them on a first date to Bora Bora to treat their weekends.
Right.
Like, I mean, honestly,
like you, honey.
Honestly, an ideal first date, shit would be a private plane. Like, shit, you flew me out on a private plane somewhere. That's an ideal first date.
Oh, you
we'll just wait for Lisa Vanderpump to fall in the chat.
I mean, Oprah might be Oprah.
It don't matter. It's not just the Lisa, whichever one of y'all rich motherfuckers become single first. Doesn't matter.
Melinda Gates.
First come,
Melinda Gates.
The bars in hell, first come, first serve. What I was gonna say? Oh, first, I guess first ideal date for me. Honestly, I would want to do like some Martha's Vineyard type shit. I would probably want to go to Martha's Vineyard. Let's taste the wine. Let's eat all the bougie ass cheeses and shit. Yeah. Let's converse with the Kennedys and let's spend the summer in Martha's Vineyard. Let's do that, for an ideal first date or whatever. And I guess an ideal first date for me to take somebody on. Shit, that's a hard one. But first thing off the top of my head right now is like cooking. I like to cook. So I would honestly try to find somewhere. I would try to find like a local restaurant that's probably mom and pop owned. And I would ask them how much would it cost them to open up at a certain hour. And like we just have like just us there in a restaurant for that certain hour. Like I paid them to just cater to us a curated meal.
That's cute.
For that day.
Cooking class would also be cute.
Yeah.
That's really
and
do y'all hear this? This man said he gonna fly y'all to Bora Bora.
Not Bora Bora.
This man said he gonna close down a 5-star restaurant and cook for y'all.
No, like that's the thing though. Like this mom and pop restaurant that you go to, like you ask, like you get them to do a curated meal and have them to lay out, all the things that you need, and y'all to go in as a couple and y'all create this meal. Y'all cook this meal together, like they're in a neutral space.
I mean, that's cute.
And that's why I say in the restaurant, like this mom and pop restaurant, because it'll be, humble, and then it won't be too bougie, it won't be too upper class, like you feel like you got to dress up and all of that stuff. Like dress down. Come to the mom and pop restaurant. Right. And we going to cook this meal that, they've laid out everything, they prepared everything. So we're going to cook this meal together.
I still show up in a ballroom dress.
Like like a group project. Like we going to cook this, then we going to eat it. So,
that's cute.
Right.
I fucks with that.
Jay? I feel like they're gonna be running 3 miles.
Girl, you know I'm not to say it, girl. You know
they're gonna
I'm
be
not
hiking.
You're hiking.
To know me. I do love doing things. I do love being active. And I also love like animal type shit. So I live for the zoo. So, which I've been taking on numerous times. Cardi always takes me to the zoo whenever new city we go in. So like, bitch, if you're taking me to the zoo, I'm standing already. I'm standing because I live for shit like that. And we have to walk around this hoe. I live for something like that. So if you take me to like a sanctuary or like some nature reserve or something like that, I stand. As far as me taking someone to do something, it's so hard to think in the context of a first date, because when I think of in the context of a date now, I like to plan a day, like a day of doing things.
All you got to do is cook a meal with somebody, because then you're going to find out how sanitary they are when it comes to preparing their food. You're going to find out how they do well with group projects, because y'all are working together to create a meal and got to cook the shit.
I don't want all that.
You're going to learn a little bit.
They put their raw chicken and
I just want to go to like a cute little back hole in the wall, like a couple eateries. Let's say we go to like a couple of like little taco joints or like a couple of little whatever joints, get like a couple of little, let's go around the city that we're in and go to the small little places and just order a little something off everybody's menu. Let's do something cute like that, because we're exploring the city. That's us time in the car if it's not walking from different blocks or whatever. So we're spending time together, going back and forth.
Oh, I like that.
Like, oh, I really like those tacos at that place. Well, you know what? Those fries at that place were really busting. So we already setting up future dates. Because it's like, oh, I remember that she liked them tacos from that place. Let's go do that.
A great city to do that in, New Orleans.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
First thing on my mind.
Perfect city to do that.
And downtown Tucson. No shame.
Because honey.
But yes, New Orleans. Take somebody to New Orleans for a day. And y'all don't go to like eat at a restaurant. You just go to like, let's go to Cafe Du Monde and get like a
Oh, fuck that. Let's go down to Willie's and get some goddamn chicken.
Yes, let's do like little shit all around the city.
You nervous at night?
Well, girl, that's a different story.
Let's get a hurricane. Let's go to the sex story.
You nervous at night?
mean, if we got along all day, girl, we already down here. We might as well get a room at the Sheraton. We might as well make a day out of it.
You know what? New Orleans will actually be a good first date.
Who?
Just New Orleans. Just because you have to be out all day. It's just like when you wake up, let's go. It's perfect for a first date.
Hold on. We just
New Orleans.
I'm testing. I'm not testing, but I get to see your stamina. I get to see like where your mind is. Like, are you the type of person to be like, okay, bitch, I'm hot and tired. Let's go. Are you the type of person to be like, oh, well, let's just sit down by the river for a couple of minutes and then let's go over here. You know what?
You heard it here first on the Pitch Podcast. New Orleans is the best first date city. Period.
Run us our money.
Come on.
Run us our money.
I
And
want
public
the to the
service
city.
announcement.
PSA.
If you ever take someone out, don't order their food for them. Don't say perhaps a salad for a lady, because perhaps not. I'm 138 pounds and I want 2 plates.
Hey, hold on. Has that ever happened to you?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
That's
I
weird.
had to split a steak, and I'm just like, I have a
So
huge
fuck no.
appetite. My metabolism is very high. I know my frame might not look like that.
Well,
Oh,
But
I'm
your
like,
girl can eat.
how you order for someone else though?
but see, this is the thing. I have been on a date and the person has ordered for me, but I basically gave them the go ahead to order for me. Like, we discussed in the menu together and I told them what I want, and then they ordered for the both of us. I've never sat down across from the table from someone and them just took it up on themselves.
I mean, he was sweet. He was in a leading role. It was just like, oh, we can split a steak. They did it.
Lit.
Like, the steak was good, but I wanted my
Yeah.
own.
I mean,
Not for the first date. Not for the first date.
Not split.
Now, if y'all are
It's cute.
if y'all are in a relationship or whatever, in a partnership or whatever you want to call it, later
that's
on down the
abuse, Kim.
line,
It's abuse.
later on down the line, okay. But on the first fucking date, bitch.
Girl, me and
Don't
Cartier have
fucking
been
order.
together 8 years, girl.
I hate
The only
flavors.
thing we splitting at a restaurant, girl, is several appetizers. Okay. The
part.
only thing we split
Your girl
is
can
for-
eat. So
Your entree is your entree, and my entree
you can have some,
is
but
my
we're
entree.
not going to split.
Now, if you are with a person that doesn't eat a lot and you don't want to waste the damn food, and they don't take home food,
Shit, what you mean you don't take home food?
Which
What do you mean?
that
It's
was
fine.
the case. That was the
It's
case.
fine.
Hold on.
That
Hold
was
on,
the
because
case.
you don't take home food, it's kind of giving me I don't eat leftovers. Is that what you're telling
well,
me?
I'm sorry, I don't eat leftovers.
I don't ever
I
take
didn't grow
home
up like
food.
that.
You know
I
what?
don't
You
eat
just like my
leftovers.
granddaddy. He didn't eat leftovers either. He was bougie too.
So,
I don't.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
take
I
food.
didn't grow up like that. Eating
In the
leftovers.
words of Irene, if I cook
Girl,
it,
she
it's
lied. I
still
have seen that whole shove a chicken strip down her fucking throat.
But tell me this: was I not drunk the next morning? Still drunk?
Girl, we ain't ask all them questions.
But was I not still drunk the next morning and needed something right then and there? Now, if I was sober, bitch, no, ma'am.
I'm taking the whole plate home. Bring me a to go. That bitch ready, bring me that to go.
Bring me that to go, honey. Put them fries in that oven. Let them get crispy back like they was.
Yeah, it was
period.
no shade to the gentleman that had me split a steak, because I mean, we had been on numerous dates and I never finished my plate. So it made sense for him to be like, okay, let's split a steak at this expensive restaurant.
And
So it's not too down him. It was just like, your girl.
Did he
can't eat
ask you
that.
first?
He did not.
Okay, next. So
no,
what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move right on into the pits. Thank you, Miss Phoenix, for that topic, girl. That was really cute and really everything for all of the singles, for everybody out there that's looking to date and mingle. Two of these hoes is single. Miss Phoenix, apparently she's cleaned her pipelines, honey, and somebody is waltzing and jigging and jiving.
What is happening?
But the other two hoes is single, so if y'all just want to slide in the DMs, you will not find Q on Instagram. You will have to slide into.
Oh yes, you can slide into my Instagram. I have my notifications on now.
You got to slide
into
in
his
hometown.
Are you didn't notice? I didn't notice. KD, y'all have to catch her when you catch her, honey, because Miss Mamas is usually not available.
Maybe she is, maybe she ain't.
Now,
Now that's a real team, Miss Phoenix, baby. Maybe I am single. Maybe I'm not. The world will never know.
It depends on the person, honey.
Say what?
It depends on the person, honey.
Okay. With that being said, let's get into the pits. I feel like Q and Miss Phoenix have a lot to discuss in the pits this week.
We do. Miss Phoenix, the floor is yours.
Okay, so the pits. Well, first of all, bump out a proper dialect. If you tell a friend you're gonna be at a place and they come into town and be like, hey, let's meet at this bar, let's go here, and you text them like, oh, give me an hour. Cool, gave you an hour. Send those side eyes emojis in a text message, and you say, oh, give me 30 minutes. Gave you 30 minutes. And then you text back, okay, on my way. Cool, I'm on my way too. So I stay there for about an hour. Q does not text back for an entire hour. I'm sitting at the bar by myself. Be mindful, I'm down there in Jackson with my dress and my heels, and everybody walking around, hey, little mama, you want to drink? No, I'm fine. I don't want to drink. And I'm asked this multiple times. So I text Shaquille, like, where are you? Side eyes emoji. He says, oh, I'm getting on the highway. It's 1 a.m. I'm out in Jackson in a dress and heels. I'm not a hooker. I'm going home. So he in the pits.
I have one question.
Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Do we not know Q?
Now wait, hold on.
Amount of time. I gave him 2 hours after our original text to get ready.
I know, and that's what I was gonna say. When I was on my way, I told you like I was on the interstate, and you said, "Well, I left now," and I realized that was 2 hours later.
It was 1 a.m.
No,
it was 1 a.m. in the morning.
So Q, I have a question. So between getting dressed and in your car, at what point did you realize it was 2 hours later?
When I woke up, because I had passed out. Like when I tell you I have been working my ass off lately, and I've been so tired.
He come. If he don't, he don't. Don't schedule no dates with you.
Oh, I've been so tired, and like I was trying my best to make it. It's like I put on one article of clothing, and I'd be like, okay, I can get like a 5-minute nap in, and put that 5-minute nap, I'll turn into like a 30-minute nap, and then I wake up and I put on like socks, and then I throw on a shirt, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lay down for 5 more.
Sounds like we weren't just tired. Sounds like we were doing something else.
No, we were very tired.
Were we not under the influence?
No. When I say like that whole weekend, I just fell asleep because I thought to myself, Abukini came down here and I have not been able to do anything with her. So this next weekend, I'm gonna do something with her. But I didn't know she was only in town from like that weekend through that week, and then she was leaving out. But I found that out. And we were supposed to go skating on that Sunday, I believe. That Saturday or that Sunday. We were supposed to go skating. Sunday.
Because we were supposed to hang out on that Saturday. And I didn't get a text back until that Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah. So go ahead and make up your lie.
Hold on. Wait, Kim, you text me?
I did. You text me back the next morning. Telling me I was asleep.
You thought we were supposed to go skating?
On Sunday with Ashley.
I texted Kim about skating also.
Hold on. No, because Bookie never texted me back.
I was upset.
I'm just gonna ask the question one more time. Do we not know you?
Hold on. No, Bookie never texted me back about going skating. I told her that I was down to go skating and she never texted me back.
Quiet as this kept, me and KD, and I think Miss Phoenix too, was in the chat talking about we were going to record like 3 days ago.
We did.
And then we were talking.
I caught a little attitude.
Radio silence from Q until like the day of. He gonna send us an eye emoji talking about what we doing. What we doing?
Because I had seen the messages. I was like, okay, they've already decided, so I don't need to chime in right now. They've decided. Like the majority has won, so I have to plan around their schedule.
Needless to say, I will call him a gentleman, but I'm gonna call him a boy that was continuously approaching my area, saying, "Your date coming? Yo, whoever you waiting on coming? You still by here? You still?"
See, I wish I had a cane. I'll be like, what's it to you, nigga? The fuck?
But you didn't come. That's why you in the pits. You didn't come.
You're in the pits.
I know that's why I'm in the pits.
You didn't come.
Kim, you didn't text me that weekend while you lying.
I did text you this weekend because I was home that weekend. I had texted you.
Let me see.
Not you said she did, but you got a check. So which is it? Did she not, or did you got a check?
I had deleted my text message, but I did.
Kim, the last time you texted me was May 9th.
No, it was that weekend.
He texted you that weekend.
We probably
we was supposed to go to y'all was supposed to go skating.
I don't recall.
Sunday.
Well, I recall we were supposed to go skating, but Boogie didn't text
Be
me.
on my skates like that.
I was ready to actually try to go skating because I haven't been skating in years. But,
Be on my skates.
anyways, I did honestly, I apologize because I should have told you that I was tired and I did not have the energy to meet you there. I should have told you.
I did my makeup and everything.
Right. So I'm honestly I'm gonna admit I was in the wrong for that. And I should have told you, hey, I'm too tired and I cannot make it. But me trying to be me and meet you there, I fucked up. And I can admit that I fucked up. So I sincerely apologize, and not only to apologize, but I want to let you know that this will not happen again. If I'm too tired to make it, I'm gonna let you know that I'm too tired to make it.
Very much, and I fully accept that apology, and I won't mention it.
Girls. Yes.
Y'all, I was at her wiping off my makeup like this.
Man,
girl, not because you're not in the mirror. I believe you, girl.
No, was that Diana Ross who was in the mirror?
Snatched the eyelashes off and everything.
I got dressed for nothing.
Get this walked in like, what's wrong, Ashley? He didn't
Get this shit. Get this shit.
Oh. Yes, Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, Lord.
Well, as y'all can see, we all know each other basically. We know
pretty much.
Yeah.
And we are all grown to, admit that, hey, we fuck up sometimes.
Sometimes you fuck up. I fucked up.
And we laugh about it in the end. And that's what best friends are supposed to do.
That's
Family basically is supposed to do,
And hey, my sister called me out, so shit.
If she's good for anything, honey, it is going to be that.
Oh yeah, ain't nobody in this motherfucker skating.
Y'all might be in the text message.
That's one thing I can say about Miss Phoenix. Ain't nobody in this group about to skate on nothing.
There is no escape at all.
Oh my goodness, I got a headache.
Hey, girl, what you got? Who's in the pits?
Oh, I don't have nobody.
You don't have nobody for the pits?
Mm-mm.
Q.
Okay, so my pits, the Texas Senate.
Word.
So real quick, the first bill I want to look at is the bill to ban abortion. Because, the Supreme Court is about to, I guess somebody's about to challenge Roe versus Wade on, that's dealing with abortions. And so if that's overturned, Texas has already introduced a bill to ban abortions completely in Texas. The second thing I want to look at is the bill to stop teachers about talking about racism and white supremacy or current events. They also passed that bill.
Yes.
Tennessee
is right, but Tennessee, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The third bill I want to highlight is the one about homeless. They banned homeless encampments. Yeah. And I honestly have a lot to say about that. And the fourth bill I want to highlight that they passed was the one about banning background checks when it comes to guns and allowing you to just carry guns without an open carry license.
Not you just had a shootout in El Paso.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So to the Texas Senate, I'm bringing you into the pits because of these 4 bills. Number 1, banning abortion and challenging Roe versus Wade. Most of y'all are old white men. Why are y'all even talking about the anatomy and physiology of women?
Period.
Like, I'm sorry, it blows my mind.
Period.
What is it with you with having control over someone else? Like, is that just your existence? Because honestly, that's all I see.
That's all it is.
Most of you are GOP, you're Republican, and honestly, that's all I'm getting. I'm getting older and I'm white, I'm very conservative, and I just want to have control over something. So with this, I'm gonna try to control women's bodies. No, that is not up to you. And then the bill to stop teachers to talking about white supremacy and current events. Okay, first of all, that's history. Because right now, we are all living through history. And these students who are like growing up, like my nephews, y'all, Ashley, your brother, still in school. Kim, your nieces and your nephews. Jay, your nieces and your nephews. We are all growing through a pandemic right now. That is current history that is happening, that is being written. You mean to tell me that you blocking teachers from talking about that? You blocking them from talking about white supremacy, which is the #1 terrorist organization in this country. Like, this country is based off of white supremacy. So
the gag is
how far into that?
I vividly remember my history books and how inaccurate. Now, as an adult, I realize how inaccurate those history books were. Literally 20-something years ago. Literally 20 years ago, I remember how inaccurate those books were. So you mean to tell me you want to alter again? You want to ignore American history for the sake of preserving the white intellectual mind and continuing to make people of color feel like their experiences did not even happen? I mean, just not too long ago, honey, y'all was saying that slavery was
indentured servitude.
And let's add to the fact that my grandmother is still living, and during her high school days, it was segregation. So what are we trying to eliminate in history?
We know the truth. You're not protecting or hiding anyone from knowing the truth. There are many other countries that know the dark, terrible past of their countries. You know what? They hold on tight to that. They hold on very, very tight for that. What you're just doing is in my personal opinion, you're creating a country and an environment where people really don't have no hold to the land, which they really never should have anyway. But now it's just like, when you think of America, like, a lot of people are just like, that shit is dirty and not what we thought it was supposed to be as children. Like, it has no value anymore. It don't mean nothing. So by you just liquefying and just watering down history, okay, so if there is no history, then what are we doing here? If the country has no history, if everything was good and Lucky Charms and fields of flowers and pilgrimage and that shit was all great and they helped us cook the turkey, if it's all of that, then what?
I mean, because yeah, they helped you cook the turkey, but you also gave them your blankets full of smallpox to start genocidal warfare.
And you wanted to inoculate them completely. You wanted you would have preferred for them to all have been dead with the gag. You would have preferred for them.
Let's not talk about Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
Let's leave all of that out of history.
So I'm just like, these people with these different bills and stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, where do you what's the objective you want for your kids? The people that are trying to pass the bills, you say old white men. What is the objective that you want for your grandchildren? To not know nothing except for like how great white people were in the country?
I don't see any color.
And then what is that supposed to be for them growing up in the real world? What's the point? What's the end goal? Because it's not gonna work. What you're trying to do is just simply not going to work, because kids have what, child? Y'all got to do more than stop making history books, bitch, because Google.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, how do y'all think that's going to work with TikTok and social, like the rest of social media and Google and all of that? Because these young people are actually educating their generation on things that our generation had to learn when we got to college.
Right.
And they're already learning these things and moving forward with them. So how do y'all think this is going to backfire on Texas and any other conservative state who takes on these type of bills?
I think it would be easier for everybody just to be honest with the facts. Is it going to hurt a couple of old ass white people to have their grandkids check them on the truth? Possibly, but you're dying. So what the fuck do you care? The legacy that you claim that you're leaving behind, you own nothing here. This was never yours to begin with. So all of that legacy trying to leave behind, it's like, what, like for what? It would be easier just to say the truth and then die. Like you can just let the people tell the truth and then you go on to your afterlife or wherever the hell it is you think you feel like you're going to go. It would just be easier, I feel like, to do that than to lie like you did to us as children, and then us grow up and have to figure it out on our own, and then be pissed off late 20 and 30-year-olds that's looking at the government like, you will never hear from me. Why the fuck am I paying taxes? Why the fuck is all this shit so expensive? What am I really gaining from doing anything as a so-called functional member of society? Like, what's the point of any of it? You have us. So you're just creating another batch. I'm gonna get off my soapbox in it because that should be really.
Oh no, because honestly, speaking of, like you said, telling lies. Because I know I said the conservatives, the GOP, but also to the Democrats. Honestly, y'all, I'm gonna put it to
assholes.
Hold on, I hate to
get on them too.
I hate to be so brash about it, but let's be honest. The GOP and the Republicans, that's the KKK with the hoods off. I know who they are. The Democrats, y'all the ones with the hoods on.
Take your hoods off. We know what now.
That's gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna just call it like I see it, because talking about lying, you told everyone, you promised the younger generation, oh, we're gonna give you $2,000 in stimulus checks. Like, you elect us. We're gonna do something. We're gonna look into student loans. We're gonna do something about student loans. Nothing has been done with student loans, no matter what Joe promised. Nothing has been done with it. The stimulus checks. Have you heard anything else about stimulus checks?
There is no such
I heard
thing.
about their unemployment and people still ain't got no jobs.
Hold on, because we paying, like, to show you how fucked up it is, we talking about stimulus checks like that we paying taxes, that funds to come back to us to help us during a pandemic. You talking about that. We arguing about that. We cannot get that as a tax-paying American people, but yet you can still send funds to Israel. You can still send funds over to Israel to support their military and their conquest to colonize Palestine.
Whom already have the strong, regardless of what y'all might want to believe over in America, they already have had the strongest military.
Been had it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's coming from, military family and all the things. And say what you want about Miss Middle East.
They have some shit that will fuck America up.
Yes.
And I'm getting tired of motherfuckers saying, no, they don't. Yes, the fuck they do. We can't touch them motherfuckers.
Why we be so pressed to be so friendly? Why we be so pressed to be so nice?
Please. But see, that's my thing. Because if you can dibble and dabble over there in the Middle East, but yet you can't take care of your people, you can't take care of the people who are funding all of this shit that you're doing, all of these bonuses that you're giving to these CEOs, everything that you're doing with our tax money. You just funneling it to whatever you want it to do. And it's like you don't give a fuck about the American people. And to the GOP and the conservatives, we know y'all don't give a fuck. Like, we just know that. Like, y'all have made that clear. But to the Democrats, we see you. You talk about reaching across the aisle. First of all, I'm not going to reach across the aisle to someone who wants to chop my damn head off. I ain't finna reach across the aisle to nobody like that. And to y'all who saying to reach across the aisle, y'all only saying that because y'all want to keep getting elected. Y'all want to get the most delegates on both sides to elect you. We see it for what it is. It's right there. And honestly, the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, both of y'all tired. Both of y'all need to be up out of here, honestly.
Because what are you doing? I can say that is a positive of the way that the world, at least for our generation and younger, the only positive is that people are fed up and over it. So people are going into entrepreneurship to avoid the bullshit of trying to work in corporate America.
Don't get me started.
I want to say people are out here trying to become influencers. People are out here trying to become TikTok stars. People out here trying to make the money that they can while they can, because the corporate bullshit is proven not to be their girl.
So I'm a nurse and I won't even work full time.
Yes. People over here talking about because a couple of years ago it was everything is so oversaturated. I can't open up no weave shop because everybody's selling weave. Bitch, open up your weave shop because everybody not buying weave from you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's the only positive that I see that's come out of this, that people are fed up and it's like, I'm going to make my own money and live in my own sector in this country, in my own life, and just try my best to ignore the bullshit, because they're going to continue to lie to us. I don't know why. I do know why. It's really hard for them to hold on to the fact that they did anything wrong. But the gag is other countries be like, yeah, we did that. It was wrong. But how the hell else are you to conquer countries? Like, it is what it was. Like, you are the citizens that live here now because of that thing that was so horrible that happened those years ago.
First of all,
I would prefer you just say that you came over here and you slaughtered them people.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all scary. Y'all scary as a motherfucker. That's what y'all do. What y'all do. That's why y'all operate the way y'all operate, because y'all are fearful. I'm drunk. Fearful.
Yeah. You needed to hear it.
Fearful. And first of, I just want to say, at the base of it all, at the root, y'all scary as a motherfucker. You scary. That's why you always do the shit you do. That's why you operate the way you operate. You want some scary ass shit.
It must be really difficult. I honestly feel like sometimes it must be really interesting to try to hold on to something that you know is not for real. You know it's not real, but you try your best to hold on to it because you think if you hold on to it enough, it will manifest as real. Girl, the gag is there are still Native Americans living on reservations.
If I were to break it all the way down to you,
gambling issues and alcoholism, like,
let me break it all the way down.
Are still here, honey. They're still here. There is no it never happened. There could never be an instance in anybody's brain where it's like the Europeans found, meaning no one else was here, and all of this was built through that finding.
The only way they are where they are is because of networking. They know how to network. That is the reason. You got gunpowder from China. You learned everything else
from everywhere else.
From everywhere else. Hell, we had to teach you how to wash your own damn ass and be sanitary. Like, you know everything. You know you are where you are right now. You owe everything to people of color because you know how to network. That was the only thing.
They say that they feel like the Black people are just going to climb up a damn mountain like fucking ants and just eat their asses alive, and they'll
if we
not
wanted to
exist
crack this bitch in
anymore.
half, we would have did it a long time ago.
The fuck? The gag
Let's be
is,
honest.
child, it was white people at the White House trying to kill white people. Now that's just the truth, girl. So you worried about the wrong things.
Because I went out there marching and jumping and robbing and trying to break into the building.
Right. Trying to hang the vice president. That wasn't us. That was you. That was you. That was you, Middle America. You wanted this, girl.
Exercise on your rights.
Right, girl.
I know, like we didn't got all the way.
With Texas and the Senate being in the pits, honey, I'm throwing the whole establishment, honey, in the fucking pits. We need a restructure. We need a redo, but we're not going to get that. So it's like every man for your motherfucking self at the end of the day. Because people have been talking about it for years. We need. It's going to be a resolve. It's going to be a revolution. It might be. But bitch, if the summer of George Floyd, because that's what we calling it now, if that didn't really do it, what it would take. I mean, now not to discredit the movement, but there is a lot more work. It's gonna take more than Kamala in the office.
I got another hot take. First of all, I realize that older people like y'all are a demographic. But what y'all have to realize, y'all have done a lot. Y'all have said a lot. Y'all have led. Y'all have had y'all prime time in the spotlight for years, and you are still having it as far as the ruling age group for politics in America.
A president can be 80.
Y'all doing y'all thing. Like, the older age group, y'all doing y'all thing. But honestly, think about us. We are having to come behind you. We are the ones who are about to inherit all of this. Like, what are you thinking about us? Because we're going to have to give this over to Generation Z.
No.
Honey, it's going to take a lot of work in our generation.
Like, and so with that being said,
most of us are already tired.
I see another president, like no shade to Joe Biden or anybody else, Kamala Harris, Kamala, nobody.
Right.
But we need, I believe, a young president and vice president. We need, I hate to say it, but we need someone around Kennedy's age. I believe Kennedy still holds the record for the youngest president. But if we want to see real progress, we're going to have that young president.
Was it Obama? No, I think it might have been Kennedy. One of them two. But I agree. We definitely need somebody that's closer in age to us now. Because the gag is no shade, no tea. Like you said, I would not go, if I was reaching out to someone to offer me a service. I get it, ageism is wrong. There's a little bit of ageism depending on the service that I'm going out looking for. If I'm looking for somebody to, I don't know, teach me how to use the new iPhone. If I go into Apple, I'm expecting someone 40 and younger, 45 and younger to be teaching me about this new technology, not someone that's 80. And they may be the smartest person out there, but I'm just saying the optics of it. But the gag is it's very hard for you to relate as an 80-year-old. It's hard for you to relate to a 35-year-old. And the majority of us that's gonna move into that space of running shit is in that 35, 40, 45 age group. You just simply cannot relate.
And see, that's my thing. Why not counsel them? Why not mentor them? Why not become close to these young politicians who's coming up and you teach them what you know, because they are about to inherit what you're about to give up, because sooner or later.
And just keep fucking us up.
You're going to lose or you're going to die. That's just the reality of it within politics, unless you just give it up and retire. Right. So why not mentor these people?
And no position in office should be like a lifer. Bitch, not you get the position and you get the whole
That part,
for your
rotate.
entire
Supreme Court? Oh,
life
no.
until you
Oh,
die.
Yeah.
Supreme
The,
Court does not have it till they die. I'm sorry.
Until you die, you can get it at 30. And then you hold the position unless you fuck up until you literally die. So that means your viewpoints pretty much until you die.
Yep.
Yeah, some things might change your heart, change your mind. Your basic values are going to be your values in your 30s and your 40s until you die. That just is what it is. We know we need a whole shake up. Throw the whole shit in the pits. Everybody out there, if you're an entrepreneur, go get your money, honey, while you can.
your coins.
Get your coins, whatever profession you're in, get your money while you can, honey.
Oh, and it's never too late. I don't care what age you are, it is never too late. Whatever the fuck you want to do it.
If y'all ain't listening to Q and his mama podcast, go over there, honey. Let Irene teach you how to get some property.
Some coins.
Stop paying rent to these folks at these high-ass expenditures. Get what you can while the fuck you can. I'll just say that. On that note, do we have any closing remarks from the people? KD is gonna go to sleep on our ass.
That part.
KD, Miss Phoenix, Q, any closing remarks? This was a long ass episode, y'all.
Just shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. That's all I got. That's all I got. I've been thinking about this song all week.
The minimum age to run for presidency is 35.
Okay, hoes. All you hoes out there in majoring in political science. Get it. Katie.
I just want to shout y'all out for just listening to us. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are it. Continue on. Don't insinuate that when I'm talking. Don't insinuate that when I'm talking.
Yeah. Okay. All I want to say is, honey, let your melanin pop severely. And if you don't have any, just appreciate the person beside you.
And on that
note, let's get the fuck up out of here, y'all.
Bye.